received my custom push rods from MMX today. I ordered these early Monday morning. They showed up at my house Tuesday around lunchtime. Very quick shipping from MMX. Now granted, they're not that far away. I'm in North Carolina and they're in Virginia, but still, quick shipping from MMX. Now I chose to go with MMX for a couple reasons. One is their engine tech guy, Byron Walker. He has been very helpful and he has answered all my emails and questions very quickly. He also has some excellent videos on YouTube. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. One of his videos shows you how to correctly measure for push rod length. So I followed his directions, sent him my zero lash numbers, and he came up with these links for my application. The other reason is that, as far as I know, they're the only ones to offer this larger OD 11/32 120 wall thick push rod. And I wanted the biggest, stiffest push rod that would fit the Eagle head without modification. If you watch guys like Steve Morris, I'll leave a link to his channel as well. One of his mottos is, you can never have too much push rod. Now the comp push rod that came with my master kit, they are a 5/16 OD 080 wall thick push rod. They're Chromoly as well. Now these are an upgrade over stock, but this is going to be substantially stiffer. Now these are a three-piece design produced by Manton. It's their Series 3 4130 Chromoly material. And another issue with the comp push rods is they're labeled as an 8.100 and a 6.800. This one, the 8.1 is actually 8.11145. And the 6.800 is actually 6.8114. Now with my head being shaved and a valve job, that changed things quite a bit, and these ended up being too long and would have too much preload. So these should be just right and give me between 50 and 80 thousandths, I think like a 60 thousandths range preload on the lifters, which that should fall right in the ballpark where they need to be. Now there is a small issue with the intake push rods. Apparently they were laser etched wrong at Manton. MMX says they have verified that they are 6.8, although they are etched 8.075. These are 8.075, so they are definitely not that. Now I know that's just a cosmetic issue and it's not going to affect performance, but when you open the package and that's the first thing you see, it doesn't give you that warm fuzzy feeling inside. Kind of makes you wonder, hey, maybe is there anything else they missed? I seriously doubt it, but I just wish MMX would have gave me a heads up on that. Maybe contacted me and said, Mark, we got the push rod you need, but there's a small issue with the engraving. Maybe knock a couple of dollars off. Ask me if I'm okay with that, and that would have been fine. I did contact Byron, and like always, he was very fast to reply. He apologized, offered to have these returned and send me some new ones. In the end, I said, no, it'll be fine. I'll go with these. Just kind of wish I'd have known a heads up. Maybe I'm being too picky. Let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, that's that. Just a small issue there. Okay, we measured this one. Let's measure another one. Like I say, it shows 8.075 as well. The other one was 6.801. Let's see here. Get even. And 6.804. 0.04. Measure this one again. Oop. And 6.801. We'll do one more. I'm going to measure all of these, and I'm sure MMX has went through and measured each one of them too. So let's see. Get even. 6.801. So okay, there's three of those. Let's get the long ones out. The exhaust. Let's see what we've got here. Now these are actually supposed to be an 8. Well, an 8.075. They are labeled as, and so you can see that, 8.075. Let's measure these. even there. 8.0, well, 8.075. I got the money on that one. Measure another one. Is it labeled correctly? It is. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Manton let that get out. Like I say, I mean, maybe at a discount, but even 8.074. So that's pretty close. Now another thing that they state is this the ball end is I think a 210 degree radius, and that is supposed to fit up into the rock arm a little better. Now if you've ever seen the Hemi valve train, well, at least with the cam I got, it's like 619 left on the exhausts. That's not crazy, but it's up there. But yeah, when that thing's up top, it's at a really, got a really sharp angle there. So that should help there. Now the comp ones, they are one piece, and I didn't notice this at first, but they're different on one end. That's just, you know, kind of a round end there. This end, I guess, is swaged, but it's machined. It's got a little ball on it too there. I guess that's designed to fit in the push rod a little better. Compare the two there. A little bit of weight difference, but if you'll watch the video Steve Morris does on push rods, he talks about he likes you to get the biggest push rod you can get, because it's kind of on that side of the fulcrum where your valve, your rocker arm valve is on this side. So the weight is not that as big a deal as it is out here on the spring and the valve and the retainer and all that. So it doesn't really, there's more to be gained with this different push rod and the valve train stability than there is than you lose in a little extra weight. All right, that looks pretty good. They got a nice feel to them. 4130, 4135 Chromoly. I think these are like 180,000 tensile. Now this might be more with the thicker wall thickness, but let me get my scale out here and we'll measure the weight difference. Okay, we've got our nice little scale, and it is actually, if you can see that, the brand is Nicewell. I got this off Amazon. I really like this thing for weighing small stuff like this. Let's measure the comp exhaust push rod. It is 1.8 ounces. You can see that's well, it dropped to 1.7. Let's see. Yeah, 1.7, 1.8. It's selling in on 1.7. Okay, let's measure the Manton. Quite a bit heavier, 2.4 ounces. 1.7, 2.4. Well, it dropped to 2.4. Okay. Let's measure the comp. 1.4 ounces. Let's measure or weigh the Manton. Was it zeroed out? Zeroed out. 1.9. So we got 1.4, 1.9, so that changes. That thing's pretty sensitive. Might ought to have it sitting on the, not on this cloth, but 1.9. Okay, let's measure the OD. These are supposed to be 11/32, and they should be in the 0.343 range. Right up there real close. We'll just zero it out. You see that? .340 right there. Measure on the other end. Just run up to 0.340. Like I say, 0.343 is 11/30 seconds. 0.340. If you can see that. .340. That's pretty close. If I can get it in the middle. I'm not sure. Just get snug. We've got 0.340. Okay, let's measure another. .345. 345. .346. So get it in the middle. Doing it back here at the back, when it touches that should just one little click. We're at 0.344. Like I say, 0.343 is 11/36. So those are pretty close. I don't know, this is probably not the most accurate gauge caliper to use, or micrometer. Now these are supposed to be 5/16. They should be about 0.3125. So let's compare those. 0.3125. Yep, there. 0.3122. Other end. 0.3121. 0.3120. 0.313. 0.313. 0.313. See that? We'll measure the middle. Get on it. 0.313. So those are, the comps are very consistent. Let's take this, Matt, one more time. 0.345. 0.345. Let's try to get this one in the middle. Let me do it like that again. That's pretty good right there, 0.344. So yeah, they're both very consistent. These are pretty consistent. Those are consistent. We're within 1/1000ths, so that looks pretty good. Other than the little cosmetic defect, these look really nice. Really nice. From Manton and MMX. Here's a look at the 11/32 push rod installed into the stock 5.7 Eagle push rod hole. This is the exhaust push rod. As you can see, it looks like it's going to clear without any issues, although I would definitely recommend using some kind of locating collar or mechanism on the rocker shaft to limit side-to-side movement of the rocker arm when using these larger push rods. Here's the intake. It is a little tighter than the exhaust and a little harder to see down in there. It looks like these will clear without any problems as well. And these should definitely add some stability to the valve train at higher RPMs.